For Utah's most accurate forecast with Alana Brophy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
All right, on this Thursday, let's head over for another look at the weather.
Grab your jacket, cold front moving in.
Yeah, and cooler temperatures on deck. You're going to need it for tomorrow. We start with our live look from Oak City and Millard County. We've got cloud cover that's increased there. It's still 81 degrees, but we know the cold front is tracking close to that area. Move through Delta. It is on the move, and we've got several warnings throughout the state. You're likely being impacted by a weather element today in Utah. Fire danger holding on for a portion of Utah. That's the southern and eastern part, and it doesn't go away. We've got cooler temperatures. I'll tell you how long they stick around because I know we're nearing the weekend. There's the front. Satellite radar kind of shows us how it's progressing through our state. Moved through northern Utah. Behind it, a few isolated showers popped up near Cache Valley over the mountains. They're still out there. South of the front, we get very strong westerly winds, and with our dry conditions, that is contributing to that fire danger. Storm tracker radar doesn't show much, but we do get some echoes of moisture there over the Wasatch, in the West Desert, and in Utah County right now. We, of course, will keep our eye on a little bit of snow at the higher elevations in the Uintas. Not a surprise. Winds were the big indicator that, yes, the front was coming. Very gusty conditions. You can see that throughout the state. 49-mile-per-hour gust in Vernal. Look at Evanston. Those were the areas under a high wind warning that still holds at this hour. 46 in Moab, 33 for that wind gust in St. George. Westerly winds kind of blowing around, keeping things interesting. We do have several wind advisories currently posted, as well as that high wind warning for the basin and near Evanston. We also know near Moab, Castle Country, and Utah County, wind advisories will hold steady for the next couple of hours. Wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour possible. And of course, you saw those hazy conditions, blowing dust with the winds, blustery and blanding. Live look at the southeastern portion of the state. This is the area where we've got fire concerns. Red flag warnings are posted, and it's because when you see these numbers, look at Torrey near Capitol Reef. Goodness, Blanding, Moab with a 46-mile-per-hour gust. We know that the front is on the doorstep here, so we get a tightening gradient, and that means that stronger winds right there ahead of the front. At fire danger with the red flag warning, holding on for the swell, as well as southeastern Utah near Moab, Color Country, so Grand Staircase near Lake Powell, Kanab, St. George, and not all of these expire because the winds don't let up for Friday in southern Utah. So we will see fire concerns and a red flag warning holding steady, including for St. George, so a heads up there. Temperatures right now in Salt Lake 62. We hit 76, but it's been a steady decline since the cold front came through. That means we're setting up shop for a very unseasonably cold overnight. So you want to cover sensitive plants because while the Wasatch Front will hit the upper 30s and low 40s for the low, the Wasatch Back, Sanpete Valley, and Bear Lake and Bear River Valley, they're looking at 20s. Summit County is also part of this, so Park City is going to freeze. Again, cover that sensitive vegetation. This also reoccurs in certain spots as we head into Saturday. So take action now if you love those petunias like I do. Got to be careful, right? As we head into tomorrow, it's going to feel more like March because the cold front opens the door for this cooler air to flood into the state. So we get below average temperatures statewide. The winds hold on. In the south, it's going to be an interesting day. We also have a chance of seeing an isolated shower in the northern and eastern part of the state. So unsettled for our Friday with significantly cooler temperatures. And yeah, we could see a shower popping up, so don't be surprised if it happens in your backyard. 50s for tomorrow. This is coming on the heels of a week where we have been above average. We were dealing with 80s this week. Going to drop 10 to 20 degrees. 56 in Price, 60s in Moab, 50s for the I-15 corridor, and 70s down there in St. George. As we zoom in, pay attention to your city and your overnight lows. Mountain Valleys in the 20s and below freezing. 36 in Tooele. Ogden will be chilly, and in the central portion of the state, lots of 30s. Daytime highs tomorrow in the 50s. 79 in St. George. They'll bottom out at 59, but look at Cedar City. Those numbers very close to freezing, upper 30s in Iron County. St. George 7-day, blowing dust with the winds tomorrow. Warming trend into next week with sunshine. Dry conditions really taking shape. Wasatch Front, only a chance for Friday with a weak disturbance Saturday. We warm things up to the 70s, still below average, but that warming trend holds for the next 7 days. We get the 80s back by the middle of next week. That's above average, but overall fairly dry, which we don't love so much, especially in light of those drought numbers. Glenn, Emily, over to you.